1. Man knows that he is weak, but strangely he continues to disobey him, Allah, the Most Strong. 2. Beware of pride, because in the end you will return to the ground and your body will be eaten by worms. 3. There is no good talk, if it is not directed to gain the pleasure of Allah SWT. 4. There is no benefit of money if it is not spent in the way of Allah. There is no good in a person if his stupidity overcomes his patience. 5. Without action, knowledge is useless, and knowledge without action is useless. 6. Fellow Muslims should live like brothers. 7. We are tested with hardship, so we are patient, but when tested with pleasure, luxury, we are almost impatient. 8. The greatest truth is honesty, and the greatest lie is dishonesty. 9. Whoever distances himself from the nature of complaining, then it means he invites happiness. 10. Be like a tree full of fruit, growing by the roadside. The fruit is thrown with stones, but it is still rewarded with fruit. 11. If you expect blessings from Allah, then be kind to His servants. 12. A person who is afraid to cry, then he must learn to be kind to people who cry. 13. Going to great lengths to relieve the suffering of others is the true essence of generosity. 14. When it is time for prayer, stand up and go to the place where your fire is burning and extinguish it. 15. He who builds a mosque in the way of Allah SWT, then Allah SWT builds a house for him in heaven. 16. Since I converted to Islam, I have never filled my stomach, in order to feel the freshness of worship, and I have never been satisfied with drinking, because I miss God so much. 17. Charity is a guard that will guard us against the attacks of suffering. 18. By praying, a person will get protection from Allah SWT on this earth. 19. I want to be grass, so that the horses will eat, because they are very afraid of God's torment. 20. Do not look down on every Muslim, even the weakest in faith is great in the eyes of Allah. 21. There is no good talk, if it is not directed to gain the pleasure of Allah SWT. 22. People who expect heaven must be able to learn to do good to their fellow human beings. 23. It is not permissible for a Muslim to insult another Muslim. What is small in the sight of the Muslims is big in the sight of Allah. 24. If good advice has no effect on changing a person, then know that his heart is empty. 25. The more knowledge you have, the greater your piety of Allah. 26. Follow the way of life shown by the Prophet Muhammad SAW, because indeed it is the right way. 27. If you expect blessings from Allah, then be kind to His servants. 28. Science is the living source of the mind. 29. One of the worst sins is a person taking his sins lightly. 30. Life will prevail, but death is very near. 31. It is a shame that a bird wakes up earlier than you in the morning. 32. The most intelligent intelligence is piety, and the stupidest stupidity is immorality. 33. It is difficult to be patient, but to waste the reward of patience is much worse. 34. Whoever distances himself from the nature of complaining often means that he invites a sense of happiness. 35. Without knowledge, charity is useless, whereas knowledge without charity is useless. 36. Do not look down on any Muslim, because even the lowest believer is great in the eyes of Allah SWT. 37. The most important honesty is an attitude of trust, and the lie of a lie is an attitude of treason.